I just had probably the worst luck I could have ever gotten in a ranked speedrun. I spawned next to a ruined portal in a village and was able to confidently enter at 228. My portal did have some glitches, which is weird, but nothing crazy yet. My opponent Josh enters much later at a 445, but by then I've already started my bastion route. I collect all of my blaze rods and blind at 1202, with my opponent still being in the bastion. I'm far ahead of him now, and this should be an easy win, hopefully finishing with around a sub 20 minute time. But here's where things start to go wrong. My blind puts me in a cave. If I throw any of my eyes here, they'll be lost, and I won't be able to measure them, meaning I have to dig up to the surface, losing time. I measure my eyes, and my calculator gives me nether coordinates, where if I build a portal, I will be teleported into the Stronghold. So I go to those coordinates in the nether, build a portal, and another cave. After digging around, I realized that I must have mismeasured my eyes, because the Stronghold is nowhere in sight. But it turns out that, instead, as I've been improving in speedrunning and measuring my eyes, my calculator still thinks I suck, and just assumed that I mismeasured, tried to correct it for me, and instead just broke itself. I'm forced to dig up and remeasure, where one of my eyes shatters and my calculator does the same thing and gives me an error. And so I measure again a third time, where not only does another eye shatter, but I get the same error message again, and my other eye just vanishes to nowhere. By this point, I'm fed up and decide to just run to the new coordinates and hope that it'll be fine. I run the 900 blocks in the overworld and dig on the suggested location, and luckily, I hit it. Now I'm left with only 9 eyes, which means I need the portal to already have 3 eyes in it if I want to be able to enter, which only has about an 11% chance of happening. By now, my opponent has directly caught up and enters the Stronghold at the exact same time. But the Stronghold generated halfway into a ravine, making navigation significantly more difficult. By the time I found the portal room, my timer was almost at 30 minutes. And just as things kept getting worse, things got a little bit better. Huge. It's a 3-eye. I can drink this. Oh, that's... No! I accidentally threw an eye, sending it into the wall. I start digging around looking for it, but realized that it must have reappeared at the surface since the wall is solid and it wouldn't have anywhere to drop. I dig to the surface to see nothing, but then I realized that it must have dropped in a nearby cave that I had dug through. So I dropped back into my hole, except it was the wrong hole, and I ended up falling all the way into the starter staircase, instantly killing me. Luckily, I had hit my spawn, but I still had no clue of the navigation back to where I had died, let alone back to the portal room. So I checked my coordinates and realized that the starter staircase is actually almost directly above me. So I'm forced to mine through the wall with my fist. I dig into coal, which takes even longer to break, and eventually reach my items. I pillar back into the cave, look for the dropped eye, and find nothing. Unsure of what to do next, I just dig back to the starter staircase, only for a creeper to fall in my hole and blow up in my face. Yeah, there's no way. No way. There's no way. Now I have nothing left to do, so I just reset the seed at 40 minutes, completely wiping all my progress and sending me back to the overworld. As I re-enter the nether, he enters the end. All I can hope for is that he dies and I can still win. And as time passes, the Ender Dragon still hasn't been killed. Hope comes flooding back to me, and I realize that I already know the location of the Stronghold, meaning that I'm only a few minutes away from catching back up, until I manifest just that glimmer of hope when this happened. No! Ah! By the way, all of that was streamed on Twitch, so follow me there and subscribe here. Okay, bye.